Hey guys. So some of you might know me. I work with the Leadership Society of Arizona, and this summer we will go out and try to teach high school students about our leadership concept. What are our leadership concepts? It's just IMT. For this week, I will go out to different high schools and give them presentation to see how much they're interested in our program. So before I do that, I'm going to give this presentation to you guys who are now IMT experts, right? To give me feedback to see how I should improve. So let's think that we're in high school right now, okay? All right, guys. So recently I realized I have a big problem in my life. And this is my problem. Every time I go out with my friends, this guy, they took me to this restaurant. I can't even understand the menu. Like all kinds of questions in my head. Like what is a crispy chicken taco? And like what is an XXL grilled stuffed burrito? All right, if I order this, am I missing something good? What I'm gonna get for dessert? Right? I'm just here for a meal. Like, why are you like throwing all these things at me and make me think? It's too stressful. You know, as we go in life, making decisions become part of our life. No matter who you are, where you live, how old you are, we all have to make decisions, right? Things like this, whether I keep watching my TV or study for the test tomorrow. This, what kind of sports should I play in high school? Should I stay in school or should I go out and get a job? What college should I go to? ASU or U of A? Oh, I didn't put it here because U of A is not even a choice to me. So, I'm just kidding. Do you stay in Arizona? You're going to move this. Right. And if you think that the Taco Bell menu was bad enough, this thing will hit you at one point in your life. Who's in here know exactly what major they're going to take, and that's going to be what they're going to do for the rest of their life? Who kind of have an idea but still want to try it out first? See what happens? Who have no clues? See, when I first started in my college, I had no clue what major I should take. So how did I choose it? Well, look at me. I think I kind of like playing video games. So I took computer science because I thought it's related to computer. Right? 2 semesters and $20,000 later, I found out the hard way that I was really bad at coding. I didn't even like it. So I dropped my class. Totally stressed out, and I couldn't even sleep at night. Right? Looking at my future at that time, I was like this guy, trying to figure out what behind those doors. Right? So at that time, I told myself, I need to stop thinking. Why is that? Because I've been thinking for my whole life, and thinking didn't even get me through the first year of college, which is like the easiest task that an adult have to make in his life. Right? So when I start to think less, I observe more. I look at things around me. My school, my work, family. Why are my teachers unhappy with me? Why are my parents unhappy? Why are my boss unhappy? And why are my girlfriend unhappy? By the way, the last one I still don't have the answer. Right? And then I realized that there's a common cause for everything going on in my life. And later I found out that that cause is a root cause of all problems that a person can have. That is complexity. I did not wake up every day and say I'm going to do a bad job for the rest of the day just for fun, right? Because things are too complex, I didn't know what to do. It's too complex, I have to make a decision based on what I didn't know. So as soon as I identify that complexity is my arch enemy, my only job is to defeat it. And if I can't do that, I will win at life. And here's the good news. I found a way to defeat complexity. This is my answer. What is this? Yes, it's a water bottle, but what it represents are natural laws. What are natural laws? Natural laws are pattern of life. When people live and they observe life, they realize that things always go on in a similar pattern. So they put that down as a law to help them predict the future before the event even happens. For example, mathematics, law of addition, right? Two numbers adding together will always give you one result, no matter when, where, or what you're counting. Law of gravity, if I release this, it will go down. I go to China, I release it, same thing. In the next 10 years, I release it, same thing happens. And I know all that before I even release it here. Law of Newton, when you apply a force on something, you will receive an equal opposite force back to you, right? So when you hit someone, they'll hit you right back. And that's a natural law. And then I figured out that natural laws also apply to people. I found out that there's a natural law about my mom, right? Whenever I go out late, like after 11 p.m., she'll call me every minute and be ready to give me a long lesson when I get home. And since I know that's a natural law, the next time I go out, I know exactly what's going to happen to me before I even get home. So what's the point of this? Why am I trying to talk to you guys about natural laws? Right? Here's why. Natural laws are discovered and not created. Before we put a name on gravity, it was always there. In the future, it will always be there. And natural law will govern everything, with no exception. That's why we can use natural law to predict the future with confidence and consistency. So what do I mean by predicting the future? Predicting the future means that when you know your current state, or what we call initial conditions, and you understand the natural law, you will be able to predict what's going to happen next before it even begins. For example, I have a peach seed. Before I even plant it into the soil, I know that it's going to grow to become a peach tree. So what if you don't know about your initial conditions? In our mind, we think that it can become an apple tree, lemon tree, or peach tree, right? So what do we call this concept? We call it chance. Chance is what our mind created because we didn't know. But in reality, does it matter that we know about our initial conditions or not? No, because things only happen one way. A lemon seed will grow to a lemon tree. Apple seed, apple tree. Peach seed, peach tree. It's like when you're watching weather forecast today, right? You know that tomorrow is going to rain. But if you didn't watch it, things will still happen in one way. It's going to rain tomorrow anyways. Right? Now let's think about this. So you know about your initial conditions. Can anything or anyone come in between that and influence you? Or in other words, changing you for who you are to something that's totally unrelated to you. Right? So let's say I have a peach seed right here, right? Planted into the soil. So I come and tell to him every day, like, hey little seed, you can become anything you want. Why don't you become a lemon tree? Right? I heard that lemon sells really good. If you should hang out with like other lemon seed and you try to be like them. Hey, if you ever want to become a lemon tree, I'm not going to water you for a week. Can that ever work? Right? Looks kind of cute, right? If a child does that, but as an adult, not so much. The peach seed will become a peach tree. But then don't we all agree that a majority of people, we believe in influence? But logic tells us that influence can't do anything. So that raises a big question right here. Does influence exist? So in order to simplify this conversation, we only consider two examples, extreme example of two people. One who totally believes in influence, and the other people, he does not believe in influence at all. Right. So on your right-hand side is someone who believes in influence. He believes that he is the product of the environment. Anything happen around him will have an impact on him. And on your left side is someone who does not believe in influence, right? He believes that he creates his environment. And here are some observable characteristics of these two types of people. If you believe in influence, you also believe in luck and chance. And when something wrong happens, the first thing you do is you blame other people. And you'll be more surprised, you try to control people, and you feel controlled by other people at the same time. As for this side, well, since everything has something to do with you, you have to plan everything in advance. You have to be accountable for what we do. You have to have vision to look into the future to see if that's what you like. And you try to listen and think of other people more instead of trying to control them. But then let me get this clear. Well, I personally believe in no influence. I'm not here to promote or defend that idea. I'm just here to propose to you guys that there are two approaches in life that you can take. Influence route and no influence route. Right? And I propose that the no influence route will take you to success faster and easier. How do I know that? Well, for no influence route, you only need to keep track of one variable, which is you. And you only need to change yourself instead of changing other people. And that would require more energy, more time, more cost, and more risk. But don't get me wrong, the influence route can take you to success as well. How do I know that? By observation, right? We have lots of successful people and successful companies, but who are very controlling. They have lots of rules, lots of meetings, lots of managers to manage you, and everything has to go their way. So how does success with no influence look like? It's a Honda company. You guys know Honda, right? Car company. This is how they hire their employee. So they take everyone who want to work with them, take them to the factory and tell them, hey, go find your job here. Go find anything you can work on and report back after 3 weeks. Some people couldn't take that. They quit. But the ones who stay are the ones who kind of like the job and can deliver good work. And when you have that type of people, you don't need rules or incentive to make them work. And that's how you success with no influence. So here I propose that the no influence route will take you to success faster and easier. So I look at some historical geniuses or successful people to find like what do they talk or what do they think about this concept. Right, different type of people: Einstein, Gandhi, Mozart, and of course Bruce Lee. I'm not going to go through all of them with you. I only go through 2 people for today. Okay, we all know who she is, right? J.K. Rowling. He writes about magic, but look at what he says here. We do not need magic to transform our world. What is magic? It's one form, just a form of influence and control. You turn something to something totally different that's not meant to be. Right? Magic comes from inside. Bruce Lee. Well, my last name is Lee, but I'm not related to him. He's Chinese, I'm Vietnamese. So. But what does Bruce Lee say about no influence? When he was alive, he talked about the law of harmony. This law tells you that you never go against nature. When you watch Bruce Lee fight, he never goes against a direct attack. He rather curve around it and direct the force to someone or somewhere else. Why does he do that? Well, 2 reasons, right? You have 2 people fighting. Someone keeps throwing punch at the other, and the other one keeps kind of like dodging and negating the damage. Who's going to get burned out first? The first one. And when you look at Bruce Lee, he's Asian, he's small, he's my size, right? And physically, you can never win against someone bigger than you with just brute force. You have to borrow their strength and let them fight each other or let them destroy themselves. Like when you watch Bruce Lee movie, like how often you see him, they allow him to like 1v1 someone. Not very often, right? You always have to fight against multiple people. And if you just keep attacking them, you will run out of stamina before your enemies do, right? So you compare when Bruce Lee fight against multiple people and when he fight with a boss, like 1v1. Fighting against a boss, he can afford to throw more punch, like his signature move, 1-inch punch, 6-inch punch, right? When he fight with like a whole bunch of people, he's just focusing on dodging and directing force to other side. Bruce Lee can actually see how the fight is going to turn out before it even begins, and that reflects in his fighting style. And that's why he say, I hit by not hitting, and be water, my friend. Right. So the no influence model was just a concept of our whole leadership model. Right. So we take the logic, combine with natural law, and put it into like a toolbox, and give it to you guys that you can immediately apply in your life. My colleagues call this a toolbox, but I like to call it a privilege of being young. Why do I call that? Because you guys are young, and you can take this and apply immediately to your life. You don't have to go through all the pain that I have to go through and figure this whole thing out, right? So there's no doubt in my mind that in 10 years, you guys will be more better than I am right now, if you get to my age. Right? Take this, give it to you, improve your capability. So our model, we first started in the industry. We didn't start teaching people. Right? We tested for 20, 25 years, buying a bunch of services all over the world and with very high customer satisfaction. We then start teaching to college students, right? This is one of the highest rated courses at ASU. And we have people documenting that this course has an impact to their life. 3 years ago, we spent even more. We bring this to high school students. And the numbers, the metrics tells us that when it comes to logic, high school students are doing just as good as college students. And what do I mean by a toolbox? When I give you guys this toolbox, I'm not telling you guys how you should use it, right? We are there just to help you guys. We are not trying to teach a fish to climb a tree and then telling the fish that the fish is stupid. Right? The people who learn this course, they just take it and apply it to their life, doing their best. That's why when you see the result, it's not the same. This is my team, it's me on the corner. And how do you get involved with this? Well, this summer, we will go to different high schools around here, and we're going to offer 1 week summer courses that you can register online and you can take it. If you want to learn more about us, you should go to our conference, which will happen in April. You can also bring your parents there. And if there's enough interest in this school, we will go to your school and host it here, so you don't have to go to a different high school and learn about us. And that's our website. And thank you so much for being an awesome crowd. If you have questions, ask away. I'll try to answer it my best, but make it simple. Thank you.